What if you could eliminate competition entirely? Not just outperform rivals, but render them irrelevant? Imagine a marketplace where your product or service faces no direct challengers. No price wars, no feature matching, no constant battle for market share. Sounds impossible, right? A fantasy in today's hyper-competitive world? It isn't. Some of the most successful companies in history achieved exactly this. They didn't just win the game, they changed the rules. They built an empire where none existed before. For decades, business strategy has been dominated by the concept of head-to-head competition. Companies fight for a share of existing demand, often in industries that are crowded and cutthroat. This is what we call a red ocean, bloody from the struggle of countless competitors. But what if there was another way? A way to break free from the red ocean and navigate towards uncontested market space? This is the promise of the blue ocean strategy. So, how exactly do companies create these new markets, making competition irrelevant? How do they discover or even invent a blue ocean where the demand is new and their growth is rapid and profitable? That's the powerful question we're unlocking today. The blue ocean strategy isn't about technological innovation alone. It's a systematic approach to making competition irrelevant by creating new value for buyers, often at a lower cost. It involves simultaneously pursuing differentiation and low cost, a concept traditionally seen as a trade-off. This approach pivots from focusing on rivals to focusing on alternatives. It shifts from existing customers to non-customers. At the heart of blue ocean strategy is value innovation. This isn't just about creating more value. It's about creating new value. Value innovation occurs when a company aligns innovation with utility, price, and cost positions. Instead of offering more for more, or simply being cheaper, value innovation seeks to offer a leap in value at a simultaneously reduced cost. This is the both-and approach that defines a blue ocean. Consider Cirque du Soleil. In the mid-1980s, the circus industry was a dying red ocean. Animal rights activism was rising, public sentiment was shifting, and traditional circuses like Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey were losing audiences, particularly to other forms of entertainment like sporting events and television. The strategy for traditional circuses was to outcompete each other with star performers and exotic animals, driving up costs without necessarily attracting new audiences. Cirque du Soleil fundamentally rethought the concept of the circus. They eliminated costly elements like animal acts, star performers, and aisle concessions. These were features that audiences increasingly found unappealing or could get elsewhere. But they didn't just cut costs, they simultaneously elevated new value elements. They introduced theatrical themes, intricate storylines, sophisticated lighting, original music, and artistic performances that blended elements of theater and ballet. The result? They attracted an entirely new audience, adults and corporate clients willing to pay a premium for a unique entertainment experience, distinct from both traditional circuses and Broadway shows. They weren't competing with Ringling Brothers, they were creating an entirely new category of live performance. This was value innovation in action. To achieve value innovation, Blue Ocean Strategy provides a practical tool, the 4 Actions Framework. This framework challenges managers to ask 4 key questions regarding an industry's existing value curve. 1. Eliminate. Which factors that the industry takes for granted should be eliminated? These are features or services that are costly but add little value in the eyes of new potential customers. 2. Reduce. Which factors should be reduced well below the industry standard? These factors might offer some value but are over-engineered or overserved by competitors. 3. Raise. Which factors should be raised well above the industry standard? These are elements that existing customers appreciate, and non-customers might value even more. 4. Create. Which factors should be created that the industry has never offered? These are entirely new sources of value that can attract new demand. Let's revisit Cirque du Soleil through this lens. Eliminate. Animal acts, star performers, multiple show arenas, concession sales in aisles. These were industry staples that were costly and less appealing to their target adult audience. Reduce. the amount of humor and danger. While present, they were not the primary focus, unlike traditional circuses. Arrays, the unique venue aesthetic and artistic music and dance. These were elevated to create a sophisticated, theatrical experience. Create a unique theme, a refined environment, and a narrative-driven performance. These elements were entirely new to the circus industry. By applying this framework, Cirque du Soleil didn't just make marginal improvements. It redesigned the industry's value curve, moving away from existing competition and into a blue ocean. Most companies focus intensely on their existing customers, trying to win a larger share of their wallets. Blue ocean strategy argues that a vast ocean of untapped demand lies with non-customers. These are individuals who either don't use your industry's products or services at all, or who use alternatives that solve a similar problem in a different way. There are 3 tiers of non-customers. 1. First-tier non-customers. These are soon-to-be non-customers who occasionally use your industry's offering but are increasingly looking for alternatives. They are on the edge of your market. 2. Second-tier non-customers. These are refusing non-customers who consciously choose against your industry's offerings. They see what the market offers but have decided it's not for them. 3. Third-tier non-customers. These are unexplored non-customers who have never even considered your industry's offering. They are distant from your market, perhaps because they don't even know it exists or perceive it as irrelevant to their needs. Consider the success of Yellowtail wine. The wine industry was incredibly complex and intimidating, a red ocean filled with jargon, endless choices, and a perception of snobbery. Many potential consumers, particularly younger generations and those new to wine, were effectively non-customers. They found the barriers to entry too high. Yellowtail targeted these second and third-tier non-customers. They didn't focus on connoisseurs or wine experts. Instead, they eliminated complex terminology, regional distinctions, and aging rituals. They reduced the number of varieties and simplified the selection process. They raised the emphasis on easy drinking, fruity flavors, and a simple, approachable brand. They created a wine that was easy to understand, easy to drink, and fun. The result was a wine that quickly became one of the fastest-growing brands in the history of the U.S. wine market. It didn't steal market share from existing premium wines. It attracted an entirely new demographic of wine drinkers who had previously been ignored or intimidated by the industry. Yellowtail created new demand by focusing on the commonalities across non-customers, simplifying the wine experience, and offering a joyful, approachable alternative. Blue Ocean Strategy identifies 6 systematic paths to reconstruct market boundaries and create blue oceans. These paths encourage companies to look beyond conventional definitions of their industry and competition. 1. Look across alternative industries. What are the alternatives that customers choose from, not just direct competitors? NetJets, a fractional jet ownership company, didn't just compete with private jet charter services. It competed with business travel alternatives like first-class commercial flights, private car services, and company-owned jets. They offered the convenience and speed of private jet travel at a fraction of the cost of full ownership, attracting new demand from executives who previously flew commercially. 2. Look across strategic groups within industries. Strategic groups are companies within an industry that pursue a similar strategy, e.g., luxury cars versus economy cars. Toyota's Lexus brand successfully created a blue ocean by offering luxury car features and service at a price point below traditional European luxury brands, appealing to customers who wanted prestige and quality without the exorbitant cost. 3. Look across the chain of buyers. Who are the different players involved in the buying decision? Purchasers, users, influencers. The pharmaceutical company Novo Nordisk, with its Novo pen, focused not just on doctors, the purchasers, but also on diabetic patients, the users. By creating an easy-to-use, discreet insulin pen, they offered significant value to patients, leading to increased adoption and loyalty. 4. Look across complementary product and service offerings. What happens before, during, and after the use of your product? For example, the movie theater industry might consider complementary services like babysitting or dining options to enhance the overall experience. 5. Look across functional or emotional appeal to buyers. Is your industry competing on functionality or emotion? Swatch transformed the watch industry from a functional, high-end purchase into a fashion accessory. It eliminated the high cost of precious materials and intricate mechanics, functional appeal, and created watches that were fun, colorful, and collectible, emotional appeal, opening up a massive new market. 6. Look across time, shaping external trends. How will external trends like technology or regulation impact your business? Think about Apple's iTunes. They foresaw the shift to digital music and the problems of illegal downloading. By creating a legal, easy-to-use platform with a vast library, they shaped the digital music landscape, creating a blue ocean for legal music downloads. These paths provide a structured way for companies to break free from the constraints of their current industry definitions and discover new opportunities for value creation. And that's the true power of blue ocean strategy. It's not about being slightly better. It's about being fundamentally different. It's about breaking the value-cost trade-off by simultaneously pursuing differentiation and low cost through value innovation. It's about systematically analyzing the existing market landscape, identifying factors to eliminate, reduce, raise, and create, and most importantly, focusing on the vast, untapped demand of non-customers. The secret isn't just finding an uncontested market space. It's creating it by shifting focus from competition to value innovation and from customers to non-customers. When done successfully, you render the competition irrelevant, not through brute force, but through strategic elegance. The blue ocean strategy offers a powerful paradigm shift for any business. It teaches us that competitive advantage isn't a fixed pie to be fought over, but an ever-expanding horizon of opportunities waiting to be discovered or created. By applying these principles, companies can escape the bloody red oceans of competition and chart a course toward prosperous blue oceans of new demand and uncontested growth. It's a testament to the idea that innovation isn't just about technology, but about rethinking value itself. If you learn something new about creating a blue ocean, hit the like button and subscribe for more strategy breakdowns. And let us know in the comments, what company's strategy should we unlock next?